the great crowd that had came to the festival heard that Jesus was on his way. And they took palm branches and went out to meet him, shouting, "Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna," which is a Hebrew expression meaning save or save me. And on his way to the festival in Jerusalem, where there was a lot of devout people, people from every nation, every county, every region, they were assembling in Jerusalem for this major festival. And on his way to Jerusalem, Jesus found a young donkey and sat on it, as it is written. Resurrection is what I want to focus on today. Is the concept of coming back to life after death. All of the resurrection that were done before Jesus by the prophet Elijah, it was done to open the eyes of man to understand that there is life after death. And even thinking on the resurrection that Jesus did himself leading up to his resurrection, when he called Lazarus back from the grave, it was to open the eyes of man and prepare them for his resurrection. And the resurrection does not mean that it stopped there, that it ends there. The resurrection is the beginning of life. I am glad, I am happy, and I'm excited that Jesus got up and he was resurrected from the dead. I want to point out something about Jesus right quickly. And Jesus is a unique man, a unique character. He is one of the best prophets in the world. He just was a unique person in his own way. And there's nothing we can do about that. There's nothing we can do to hinder that, but to believe that he is the Christ. And if you don't believe that he is the Christ, you need to believe that he is the Christ, because he's the only man that died for our sin and were resurrected and descended back to his Father on the right hand. And again, I will state and say, he's coming back again in the same body. Jesus had a bodily resurrection. When Jesus was raised from the dead, he didn't leave his body behind. In fact, after his resurrection, his scars remained. And you would find that in John 20 and 27. His body ascended to heaven. You'll find that in Acts 1 and 9. And the same body will return again. Like I said earlier, he's coming back again in that same body. And you'd find these words in 1 Thessalonians 4 and 16. Lastly, I want to point out, Jesus had a Trinitarian resurrection. This is very powerful, and I want you to understand this. It's more to the resurrection of Jesus than just the simple resurrection. Because there were people that was resurrected from the dead before Jesus were resurrected. And that example was set to mankind, leading and preparing him up to the resurrection of Jesus the Christ. The pattern in the New Testament speaks God the Father as one who does the raising. Secondly, I want to point out Jesus as the one who is being raised. And lastly, but not least, and the Spirit as the means the Father used to raise Jesus from the dead. This resurrection was a Trinitarian resurrection. 3 parts to Jesus' resurrection that makes a difference from all of the other resurrections before his time.